Okay, so we're just going to deploy a new Boomerang appliance. I've already downloaded the OVA, so I'm just going to right click and deploy an OVF, so OVF template, and select my already downloaded OVA. It's popped onto the desktop, there it is. You can see it's a 500 meg OVA. Choose the location, I'm just going to give it a little name there. Sorry, I don't remember what it is. Choose my host. I'm going onto a clustered host at this point, and that's fine. My data store, and it can be thin provisioned. There's no requirement for this to be thick provisioned. And just choosing my public network that is connected to the internet or has access to the Amazon environment. So once I finish that, we go through deployment. Now I've sped up this next bit because it just takes a few moments for it to go through. So we should see that deploy right about now. And we'll turn it on. Once it's turned on, it gets an IP address that we can browse to. So I'm just going to browse the IP address that's been assigned via DHCP. We can see here, first time in, we get straight onto the settings page. I can select my regional settings, my language, or my locale, I should say, and the time zone that I'm in. So I'm in Sydney. And then we just need to set the admin password and hit save. And we're ready to go. And we can start creating a credentials profile. My Azure profile I just created. I'll give it as just a simple protection group name, and I'm going to specify I want to replicate this one manually, so I'm just going to set it onto a non-recurring schedule. As we're going through the creation of the protection group, there's a discovery happening in the background. We find the VMs that are in your VMware environment and match them up to ones that can actually be deployed into the Azure environment. So you can see there's my list. Some can be deployed, some can't. The ones that can be deployed, you get the warning sign or a green tick. Right now, support is for mainly Windows images. We do have support for Ubuntu and Debian at the moment, CentOS, and most of the other distributions will be coming along within a few weeks' time. So I'm just going to select a couple of VMs here, Windows 1 and one more. let's just stick with that one. So I'll save that. It's a nice small one, only 10 gig. Should make the replication a bit faster. So first time around, we need to actually seed the data up there. So I'm going to just click the replicate button, and that will go through the replication, and we can watch the status of that as we click through. So I'm just going to go through to my activity page and just view the details and just watch that replication complete. Now this is a seed, so first time around this can take a few moments to complete. Will go at the speed of your connection to the internet. What's actually happening here is we've gone through, when that replication started, we've gone through and actually created the storage account there. So just wait for it to refresh. There it is. There's my storage account. You see I've got a collection of blobs, tables, and queues. They're all standard things that come with a storage account on Azure. And there's the container. And what you see happening inside that container is the actual blocks of data getting written up there. And that's how we actually go through and copy everything up into the Azure environment. Now obviously I've sped this one up, so the actual transfer speed, you'll see it'll pop up in just a moment, but for this one it's about 10 gigs, so it takes only about 20 minutes or so for that to actually go through replication. I believe most of that is occupied, so it is about 90% full, but it's a very small version of that. So there you go, it was roughly 14 minutes to actually do that replication. Next steps will be to go through deployment.